Hello guys, I'm live. Let's turn this on real quick. So I'm just coming on for about 20 minutes is really what I'm thinking. Welcome to whoever's just getting into this video. I know, I keep gabbing and then I realize people watch this video later and they're not even live. So, hi, let me just give a second. Speed forward if you don't want to hear any kind of announcements. You guys know what to do. I really just want to give a shout out to all you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you do. I'm sorry I've been so busy. I just have so much going on. But my life will get easier, I promise, as will yours. It's just a time. This too shall pass, okay? So anyways, quick announcements. I was reading the comments this morning while I was in the bath, and there was a woman that commented something. I'm sorry, I can't place your name, but you said that you are tired of watching all these tarot channels and they keep saying that you're going to come into union and it doesn't happen. Or you keep hearing that the twin flames are coming together and there's going to be communication and it doesn't happen. And then there was 6 likes. So everyone was like, yeah, I agree. And then there was another comment, something about, I don't like what you said about the Aquarius the other day, so I'm out. I'm not watching things anymore. And I'm like, wow, okay. So first off, Mercury retrograde actually makes people misconstrued conversations, and even people like me, because I'm Mercury ruled, because of my sun Gemini, I am Mercury ruled, sometimes I can come off in a way that I don't want to come off, okay? Sometimes I can say things, especially in retro, that maybe don't make sense or come off a little harsh, or I'm just not getting my message across clearly, okay? Because retro's all backwards, so my words are all backwards. Everything's just not making sense. I wanted to talk just a second about that because, number one, I apologize to anyone that was offended about my narcissist video. I just get bombarded with narcissist baloney, and it's not all true. And the reason I mentioned specific signs, Aquarius was one of them, Capricorn was one of them, Libra was one of them, Taurus was one of them, Gemini was sometimes one of them, and Aries, is because those are the signs that tend to be a little bit more involved with self, okay? It's not anything to be worried about or offended by because I'm speaking badly about signs. I'm not saying that. I am saying there are personality traits that are seen as kind of a shadow side in many signs. Every single sign of the 12 zodiac signs have a negative side. Hello? Are you balanced? Do you want to be balanced? Do you believe in balance? Or do you believe everyone should just be perfect? Because I don't. Everyone has a shadow side, period. Okay, those signs especially are just seen by the masses, by the people that deal with those signs, as they come off a little bit cold. Now, to the person that was easily offended by Aquarius, number one, my rising borderlines Aquarius, big time. I'm a cusper right there. In tropical, it's Capricorn and Aquarius, so I'm a double whammy. So if anyone gets seen as a narc, sometimes it's me. All right, and it's totally not me, but it's because you have harsh tendencies, okay? I'm not trying to offend anyone, but let's face the reality of the sign. It is a harsh sign. It is a sign that can and will, at times, be harsh when needed. I have it in my air sign video. It's right there, plain and simple. In my intro, you saw it. It's just part of life, okay? Are you like that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? God, I hope not, okay? But if you look at many of the FBI, what is it called? I don't know, the FBI things that they do to like check on people and see what signs are worse than others at murders and what signs are more inclined to narcissism than others, you know, that's even been proven. And I haven't even looked at it in ages, okay? But I'm just saying those things have been going around for years. It's not news. It's not a big news flash. It's just something that happens. My grandma, for instance, is an aqua moon. I love the woman dearly. So I'm not talking bad. And my mom is Aquarius. However, both of those women in my life can be a serious hard ass. I'm not saying they're narcs because they sure as heck are not. But they can come off as, who cares? Who cares? let's move on. Disregard your feelings. Disregard your emotions, you Cancerian. I don't care about your little feelings and your tears. Buck up, buttercup. You know, and that's just how the sign is sometimes. Okay? So when I said that people are dealing with lovers that fall into these categories of these signs, and they're sensitive. Maybe you're a Scorpio, maybe you're a Cancer, maybe you are a gentle Virgo. You know, maybe you have a lot of sensitivity, okay? And you're dealing with one of those signs that can be harsh. You might perceive as a perception that they are narcissistic because they have selfishness sometimes, or coldness in regards to your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts. Maybe you cry a lot. Maybe you're very emotional. Maybe you grew up in a home where a parent was very narcissistic and you met someone with like characteristics, and you've just had it with people being insensitive. That's all I was saying, that some people can misconstrue and use the narc word a little bit too easily. Okay, because it doesn't fall on these signs. Narcissism, as I said, is something that I feel very serious about, and you must, you know, have to understand that a true narcissist lacks empathy. That means they don't feel what you're feeling. They are not empathic. They can never feel what you're feeling. They're not going to understand what you're feeling. They can't comprehend what you're feeling. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care if you cry a river. They don't care if they destroy you. There's no empathy. They can't put themselves in your shoes, okay? And on the other end, you know, they just don't care, you know? They're too selfish. They just don't care. You know, they're more into themselves. Now, these are shadow aspects. Shadow aspects. They are not narcissism, okay? Just because someone lacks, you know, empathy doesn't not necessarily make them that way. However, I feel a true narcissist can never have empathy. I feel other signs may not have it come natural. My grandma doesn't have a natural empathy, but every now and then when someone dies, when someone gets hurt, when there's a serious matter that happens, oh, she comes in with support. Support. You know, she's very loving. She's an aqua. But she's not like that 24/7. I can show up tomorrow and say I'm overworked, I'm stressed, and I don't know what to do, and I'm lacking in money, and I just don't know what to do, and she'll just look at me without empathy and just, you know, well, I guess you better figure out a new plan. It doesn't mean that she's insensitive. It doesn't mean that she's a narc. It just means that she's not empathizing with me very much at that moment. And a lot of those signs kind of struggle with that. You know, there's a reason why the universe has separated people into categories and different personality traits. You know, the water signs have empathy and sympathy. They are the emotional personalities in the zodiac. The more loving, period. More than any sign, more than earth, air, and fire is water, period. Okay? And then you get people that say, well, I'm dating a Pisces and they're mean as hell. Well, what's their rising and what's their moon sign? Hello. Just because someone has a sun sign doesn't automatically stamp them as a specific personality. You have to look at more than that, because that will define the trait. Let's just say you meet a Pisces Cancer. Can you imagine how emotional that person will be? Oh my gosh, right? So you just don't know. You can't judge a Pisces based on just Pisces. What is the Pisces? A Pisces Scorpio Cancer mix? Is the Pisces a Virgo Cancer mix? You know, you just don't know. So we got to quit judging. And I just wanted to say that because I saw the comments in my video this morning. Okay? And I'm like, what is going on? I'm just trying to understand the word narcissist, honestly. Yeah. You know, look it up, guys. Don't look at the symptoms and all of that, because anyone can look at the symptoms and say, oh my God, I've dated lots of narcissists. Look at the actual definition of what a narcissist is. They lack empathy and they lack sympathy, okay? They just don't have it. It's not that they don't want to have it. It's not that they're being stubborn. It's that they don't have it biologically, chemically. It's not there. I'll be right back, guys. Matthew's freaking out. Seriously? Okay. Anyways, guys, yeah, true narcissists, you know, they just don't have it, guys. They just don't. There is some people that have narcissistic tendencies. It means they're similar. They have similar traits. It doesn't make them a full-on narcissist. It just means they have some traits, okay? And you could be dealing with a little bit of a cold person. Anyways, I'm not going to stay stuck on that. I just wanted to re-mention that because, you know, somebody did have a comment and other people agreed, you know, that they didn't like what I said about Aqua especially the other day. And I'm sure that person felt that they're an Aqua and they're not like that, which is funny because I bet you that person who commented follows tropical astrology. And that person's most likely a Pisces in Vedic. So they probably don't even relate with Aqua traits anyways. So they just didn't understand it and felt easily offended, which is, by the way, a classic Pisces trait. Easily offended. So that makes a lot of sense to that person. However, I just wanted to re-mention what was going on and why I said what I said. I have a lot of new people on my channel. Welcome. I'm sorry for the confusion. It is Mercury retro. Buckle up, Buttercup. I'm not going to be crystal clear all the time. I may say things that are easily offensive, and I apologize about that. I also just wanted to say, what was I going to say? Oh, there was somebody who talked about the disappointment in the journey that they were getting nowhere. My answer and reply to those messages, because you got 6 likes. Like, everyone was on it. And I read about 4 more comments this morning saying, I'm getting off this journey. I'm not interested. Even some of my soul fam, you know, I'm just walking away. I'm not in this anymore. Well, have you guys been watching my readings this week? Every single reading I've pretty much done shows the feminine wanting to some way, shape, or form, emotionally or physically walk away because you're not tolerating crumbs anymore. So that makes perfect sense. I do want to talk about tarot because there are some readings that are going to resonate for you and there are some that is not. These are all basic readings, general readings. They are not in-depth personal readings for you. You know, you have to look at that. When I do readings, I look at your chart, your birthdays, your signs, your moon. What does that mean emotionally? What's going on with your person and you specifically? Any reader can do a personal for you. Get a personal before you start disliking videos and commenting that you're so upset that these things are not happening for you. My first question is, are you sure you're a twin flame and you're following the right videos? My second question is, are you sure you know all your signs? Sun, moon, rising, Vedic, you know, all that. Okay? Are you sure that every bit of the information you're getting from these videos is for you 100? Or is there bits and pieces? I don't even know what number I'm at. Another one is, and I haven't mentioned it in probably a year, if you are a twin flame and you resonate a lot with that, I want you to remember this one thing. Twin flames are in waves. There are some people just getting into the journey. There are some people that have been on this journey a long time. There are first wavers, second wavers, and third wavers. That's how we as a community refer to them. Because there are people being born and just put here now that are twins. They're new to this. Then there are some that are very well seasoned. And most of them are in union, okay? There's not very many. That's the truth. The second wavers are coming in and dealing with a lot of separation right now and coming back together. It's just what's going on with that second wave. Thank you so much, Darth Raven. See, Mercury Retro, for the super chat. Okay, so there's waves. You have to kind of figure out what wave you're on before you get disappointed. For example, I'm not a first waver, or I'd be in union. I am not a first waver. You know, they're more advanced in all of that. They're acknowledged in their twin flame journey. At least the first wavers know they're a twin, you know, and they're further in, okay? They're either in union or they're completely aware of the journey and they're working on it. The second wavers, it's usually one twin is awake and the other is not, and the other is trying to get on board, and one person is healing, okay? And my video got stuck. That's okay. I'll just end with this announcement and do a quick reading here in the end. I hate YouTube sometimes. My gosh. Anyways, so I want you to not get held up on all of that, okay? We're all in different waves, guys. Third wavers, you're far off. I'm sorry, honey. Whoever's a third wave, buckle up, buttercup. Because you haven't even probably gotten into union ever. You know, the third wavers are more, they realize who they are on this journey, and they're going to come into a union soon, but they're not even going to stay in it. I can promise you that. A third waver that hasn't come into union will not go into union and stay in union. That's not how it works. You will meet your person, get together, go into a union, and have a separation. Okay? And that may be your first separation. You may have many. Okay? If you're a third waver, you may have many. So yes, exactly what I said. Buckle up. It's a ride. It's a journey, not a destination. So that is some information there, okay? But if you're the second waver, you've been separated on and off for some time, some of you years, okay? And you will get back together and then be in a permanent union once everything is aligned. It doesn't mean everything's perfect and healed. I said aligned. There has to be balance, and that's what temperance talks about. Temperance talks about the twin flames, balance and alignment. If you or that person is not balanced and aligned, we're having some issues. Mission failure. It's gonna be difficult. How can you second wavers help each other? Being in tandem. If you notice that your person is struggling, you need to chip in. You need to do some candle work. You need to do some divination. You can't be a scaredy cat and a chicken when it comes to your divination tools. You need to get busy. You need to learn about your powers. You need to learn about telepathy. You need to learn about healing. You need to learn about what does a twin flame mean? How can you help the world? How can you help people? It starts with loving yourself, by the way. That's how it starts. Once you've loved yourself completely and you take care of yourself and you respect yourself and you have boundaries and you honor yourself and your divine masculine or feminine in you, if you honor that person, you'll be able to step into the world and honor others and help others. So that is part of that journey. You can help assist things along. You're not powerless. In fact, you're endowed with a lot of powers. So you have to use that, okay? The only other thing I wanted to mention on the twin flame journey, for those of you that are new and chiming in, guys, not everyone's a twin. I don't know, you know, a lot of people, you guys, I love you, but listen to me. If you're new, especially listen to me. Do not listen to the talk that everybody has a twin. If this twin isn't the one for you, by the way, go get another one. There's another twin. No, there's not. How does that even make sense? Sometimes I wonder what people are saying, if they're even digesting what they're thinking and eating it and feeling what they're saying before they say it and spit it out to the world. That makes no sense. There is not multiple twins. You do not get another one. And no, everybody does not have a twin. In fact, 90% of our population does not have a twin flame. Did you hear me? I'm going to say it one more time. 90% of the population of the world does not have a twin flame. It is not common. Okay? Believe me. Believe that. And you should be happy about that, because talk to a real twin flamer. They wish they weren't. They wish they weren't. It's a very difficult, physical, strenuous journey. It requires a lot of self-healing and unconditional love, and it kicks that butt. Trust me, it kicks that butt up and down the sidewalk. Seriously, all day long. Constant understanding, constant healing, constant empathy, constant self-work, constant self-reflection, constant fighting away your feelings and trying to be stronger, trying to overcome the physical body. I'm just going to mention this one thing, and I mentioned it like a year ago, but I'm going to mention it one more time real quick. The reason I feel twin flames are put on this earth is because our world lacks a lot of empathy, sympathy, unconditional love, understanding, spirituality, deep, loving energies to help vibrate with the power of pure love, which is healing and rich and beautiful. And it's an energy that this world needs to survive, to live. Society needs those kinds of energies to go on. Otherwise, we'd kill each other. We'd kill each other. We'd be vengeful. We'd harm everybody. We need this love in this world. There's a balance that has to be restored, okay? And there has to be teachers, leaders that come on this planet and guide. Look at Oprah. Look at Ayanna. Look at, you know, just different people. The Tony Robbins, I can't think, Ralph Smart. You know, there's people that are here to lead and guide many, many people to a higher way of being. You guys know them all. I could name more. There's tons of people. I couldn't off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Mercury retro. But you know what I mean. There's people that have come here to guide and love, okay? Anyways, not everyone's going to be that journey. Not everyone's going to be that twin. You should be happy to know that I also specialize in divine soulmates on my channel. These are soulmates from past lives. I do believe everybody has a soulmate. I do believe that. I do believe soulmates are interchangeable, and I don't mean you get, you know, to have the same kind of soulmate with everyone. What I mean is, even the people that are ill or injured, you know, let's just say for a Down syndrome person, there's a soulmate for them. There's someone from a past life that is going to join them on this journey today and help them in this world. Whether it be a lover or a friend, there is a soulmate. I do believe that there's lover soulmates, lovers that you're meant to be in love with and share intimacy with. And I do believe there are soulmates as in friends and family, okay? So I do feel that everyone has a soulmate. It's kind of like everyone has a guardian angel. Everyone has a spirit guide. Everyone does have someone that you've known before that you're going to come here again and meet again and have some kind of a journey with. That's beautiful. Be happy about that. There's a lot of happy endings with divine soulmates. When I do my readings, I do mention I feel this is a soulmate reading, or if I notice that there is a certain twin flame reading that I know for sure it has to do with twin flames, I'll mention it. Okay? I don't always mention it, but I'll mention it. Anyways, I want you to know that twin flames can identify with soulmate journeys and the twin journey. You guys can identify with both because you're kind of on a double journey. You've got your twin journey and you've got your soul journey. You know, it's almost a double journey. So you're going to probably resonate with more readings than most. Another thing that I've had to mention on my channel, I'll just mention it one more time. We have to come here to balance. I feel the reason twin flames are here, which basically means one soul, two bodies. One masculine energy, one feminine energy. Yes, you have a dash of each in each other, but not a lot. This contradicts what people say when there's a lot of readers and there's a lot of people that say, even good popular readers that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they say, you know, we're all masculine and feminine. We're all divine masculine and feminine. Yes, many people are. 90% of the people are 50-50, 90%. But what about the twin flames? That's different. You'll notice when you meet a twin flame, they're very different from the rest. They are the black sheep. They are different. They are way more mature spiritually than 90% of the population. They are those spiritualists, those empaths. They are very deep. You're going to notice a difference in that personality. Trust me. And you will find they are unbalanced. Hey, call a spade a spade. Twin flames, when they first start out, very unbalanced. A twin flamer will be mostly feminine, like 90% feminine if they're a DF, and 10% of them will have masculine. That means the twin flame divine feminine will be very emotional, very empathic, very psychic, very intuitive, very nurturing, overgiving. They can have tendencies of codependency, always looking for the masculine energy. They will feel like they're lacking authority, lacking a voice, lacking a roar, lacking, you know, confidence, okay? That is a divine feminine that is, you know, unbalanced. The masculine, let me talk about that. You get the complete vice versa. They are all masculine, mostly 90% masculine. They are alpha all the way, okay? Alpha. They are chauvinistic at times. They are macho at times. They are controlling. They can be bossy. They can be, you know, all about the power. all about the respect, all about the honor, all about the authority. Okay, just think of the emperor. Okay, emperor, empress, that's what you're seeing. Okay, the reason that twin flames are being born like that, where they're majority one thing, is because I feel that you are meant to balance yourself in lack. That is like Soul Surfer. I think of Soul Surfer when I think of that. She was missing one arm. Did that keep her from surfing? Hell to the no. She had fears about being freaking almost damn near eaten by a shark. I hope you guys know who I'm talking about. Anyways, she missed an entire arm, went back in that ocean and surfed her little ass off and had a family and got married and won awards and prizes for what she did. She exceeded the level of all the other surfers, and she was missing an arm, which is essential for balance, essential for surfing. She was missing one. Did that keep her from it? No, it didn't. So I need you to know that when you're a twin and you're born in that situation, it does not mean you are incapable of becoming balanced or incapable of being who you need to be. When you are born here with half of who, just half of an energy, mostly feminine with a dash of masculine, you're going to have to harness that masculine energy in 5D. You're going to have to suck in the 9D, the 5D spiritual world into your reality, anchor it, bring it in, call it in, ask for it, use your tools to make it happen. You are going to have to get into somewhat of a union with your masculine here on this earth. You're going to have to meet them. You're going to have to learn empathy, unconditional love, all of those different things. You're going to have to work really hard to gain your balance on your own, okay? And the same with the masculine. You're going to be struggling with healing and empathy and sympathy. You're going to be struggling with emotions. Mostly, besides the empathies and all that, it's the emotions. Because the divine feminine will have a lot of it, a lot of emotions. The divine masculine will be a little bit more hard, okay? A little bit more of a rock, a little bit more challenged emotionally. It's not that they don't have them, believe me. A lot of masculines cry a lot to themselves, but they hide it, So I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'm just saying that you are not helpless or handicapped. You're just going to have to work harder to balance your energy. And the reason you're put here to do that is to show the world what they can do, to show the world the power of the universe, to show the world the power of magic. Yeah, magic. To show the world the power of psychic abilities, mediumship abilities, telepathic abilities, to show the world how to stand up and be a masculine, how to be an alpha, how to be a leader, how to stand up for yourself, respect yourself, how to have a voice, how to be confident, how to, lead a pack, how to lead a community of people. So you're here for that. Because if we just followed ourselves in this world without twin flames, if twin flames were not here, the 144,000, if you were not here, what would happen to the planet? Let me tell you what's been happening. Do you guys know, and I'm just going to say this real quick, a lot of the reasons people become sick with diseases is because there is energy inside their body not being dealt with. They don't have the tools. They don't know how to get rid of it. They need people like Yanla, like Oprah, like Dr. Phil. They need people, okay? They need people to come in like the twin flames and the healers and the Reiki healers and the yogis and the gurus and I can't remember all their names, but you know what I'm talking about. They need those people to get them out. You're here for reasons, guys. You're here for reasons. And you're here to show people they don't need to be, stuck because they were abused, or helpless because they underwent a hardship in life. You're here to show people that you can work with half of an energy, that you can grow a masculine energy, you can grow a feminine energy, you can bring it towards you, you can put yourself together again. And because of all the diseases in this world, twin flames are meant to be healers, emotionally, physically, all of the above, spiritually, because you have the ability to harness your power. And I have to say this one time, you are true magicians. Twin flames are true magicians. That means they harness the power of all the elements. They are able to do this. Okay? And so, you know, just example, cancer. Everyone has cancer cells. They get produced every day. But the immune system attacks them and gets them out. Most people, the immune system will get it out of your system. The people that have fallen prey to cancer and their immune system has not been able to overcome it, you know, the cells are not attacking them. There's some kind of energy going on in their body, whatever it is. Why, I don't know. But there's an energy, because even children have it. There's an energy in their body that is not attacking those cells. It's terrible. But we need energy healers. There are going to be ways to heal people. Even Nikola Tesla knew that sound therapy, vibrations, and sound waves could actually knock out cancer cells. Okay? It was proven a long time ago, but they don't use it. I'm not going to get into that on why the government keeps crap from us. I'm just saying there are healers. There's natural ways to get rid of these things. We just saw Doug Chapman's wife die of throat cancer, and she was trying to do natural. I don't know if she did spiritual. I know natural herbs and all that is great, but spiritual work is also, you know, extremely important. You can't forget about the spiritual work. I want you guys to do a little experiment at home. I want you to get an apple. I don't want you to damage the apple in any way. I want you to get 2 apples, actually. I want you to stick them in a cup of water. I want you to hold your hands on that cup of water and send good vibrations and love and Reiki and healing and peace and prosperity into 1 cup. I want you to tell that apple how beautiful it is, how delicious, how you appreciate that apple. I want you to just tell that apple how wonderful that apple is, how beautiful and grateful you are to have it in your life, and how aesthetically pleasing that apple is. Write on the cup with a dry erase marker, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're blessed, you're abundant, you're amazing, you're desired, you're needed, I love you. You know, all these silly, stupid things to the apple. And I want you to speak it. Write it on the cup and speak it into the apple. Speak it for a whole day. Just speak it, speak it. When you walk by the apple, send good vibes to the apple. I may actually want you to have 3 apples because I forgot about one thing. I'm sorry. 3 apples, 3 cups. Anyways, another apple I want you to put somewhere in a bad place, in a corner. Ignored. Completely ignored. I want you to tell that apple you don't care about it, you don't want it, it's a piece of crap. You want nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. That apple can go to hell. And I want you to go put that apple in a corner somewhere. Keep them all in the light. It doesn't have to be. One could be in the dark, one could be in the light, whatever you think works better for your experiment. Light is healing. The sun is always healing, so you'll see a difference there anyways. But put that apple away somewhere where it's completely ignored and not seen. Okay, then I want you to get another apple, and I want you to be terrible to that apple. I want you to yell at it. I hate you. You're disgusting. You're ugly. You're a piece of, shiitake mushrooms. You are nasty. You are so ugly. You are the worst food there ever was on this planet. I can't believe I'm even having to sit in your presence. You disgust me. I despise you. You're ugly. You're unwanted. Get out of my life. I hate you. Write that on the cup. Hate. Spew nasty words on that. You're a piece of crap. You're terrible. You are just the worst energy on this planet. I despise every bit of you. You know, I hope you rot and die. You know, speak that. I want you to check either the next day or within 3 days what the apples look like. You will, and I've done this with my kids, you will see that the ignored apple is actually the worst. Being completely ignored and unloved and unwanted and without any kind of energy at all, the lacking of any kind of interaction makes it the worst apple because it gets nothing. And the apple that is hated and all that, it's actually very ugly and very brown and very disgusting. And the apple that is spoke good on actually looks very beautiful and looks very new and very fresh. Okay, let's go get the milk. Very new and very fresh and beautiful, aesthetically pleasing. It still looks like a brand new apple. But I want you guys to do that because I want you to know that what you think about, you bring about. What you feel becomes real. And what you say to other people means something. What you do to other people means something. Your energy has a physical effect in this world, and you need to know that. I'll be right back. I gotta get Matthew some milk. Okay. All right. So anyways, yeah, that's a really fun experiment. I bet you guys would have fun with it. You'll actually get to see how vibrations and what you say become something. You'll actually get to see physical proof that words really do mean something. And so you'll see how it physically manifests in the apple. Now, when it comes to people with cancer or diseases, they are harnessing negative vibrations. Imagine all the people that have talked down to them, or how many lifetimes they as a soul have experienced hate, persecution, or negativity. Sometimes it just follows you from a past life. Think about how some people have been abused, neglected, uncared for, the things they come up with, you know, in their head about themselves. It happens to a lot of people, guys. People can get sick and it shows in their body physically. The cells start to create diseases, things that the immune system is not attacking because there's energy around those cells that are stuck, locked, and unable to flow and move out of their body. Okay? So it's a blockage. And it's not just the chakras, you know what I mean? It's a complete blockage. Sometimes they're blocked in their heart chakra, blocked in their sacral chakra. You'll see. There's a lot of things you can do to your body that can also give you, you know, example, and I'm not going against anyone that has ever had an abortion. I'm just saying the studies that have been shown because of it. When people have had abortions, or many, I've known some people, not personally, well, I did know a personal person, but some people personally on, you know, shows and stuff that have had, say, 5 and 6 abortions. Why do you think the medical board says you have a higher risk of cervical cancer? It's not just because they go in there with some metal tools and what, give you a germ or something, give you something in there in your body to cause you to have cancer cells? No, it's the negative vibration inside the womb. You had a life in there that was destroyed. I don't need to get into the graphics of it. We all know what happens. It was brutal. The energy of a soul inside your womb, basically in torment and screaming and crying and freaking out. Even as a little embryo, the energy of death. Let's just talk about that. The energy of death in your body, and you're still living. There's a vibration inside the womb that is toxic. It is painful. It is sorrow. Anytime you lose someone, what happens to you guys? Your body aches. You can't sleep. You feel hurt. You're overwhelmed. Your immune system goes down when people die. Your immune system goes down. The mourning just creates a vibration around you that you just need to be recluse and recover from a death. There is the 5 stages of grief. When you rip a soul out of the womb, Your body is the harnesser and the holder of that little person's energy. You've just experienced a murder inside of you. You've just experienced the taking of life inside of your body. The Empress, the divine feminine, the bringer of life. So your body now, for those people that, medically have said you have had medical issues because of abortions, it's not just the tools that were up in you or the pills that were inside you. It was the energy of a death. And we have to clear that energy. You have to heal it. A lot of people that have had abortions suffer emotionally for the rest of their lives. It's not something you get over. It's something that you carry with you, whether it's guilt, shame, sadness, regret, remorse. You feel it, and you carry it with you forever. Those people are at a very high risk, not a certainty, high risk for cervical cancer or even just other cancers emotionally, because the negativity and the little vibrations in their body are vibrating in sadness, okay? Sadness, despair, and it's very hard to get over. It's very hard to get over. They require Reiki healers. They require divine feminine energy. Your grandmothers, your mothers, your woman friends, even men that resonate in a feminine energy, to come with a gentleness and speak into your body, speak into your womb. Healing, 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 healing all day long. Healing in that womb. Please forgive. Please forgive. I love you. Have a little mini, goodbye. I love you and I am sorry and I forgive. And please forgive me. You have to ask for that. You have to heal yourself. Part of that is, this is just an example, okay? There's plenty of cancers in the world, throat cancer, colon cancer. I'm just talking about cervical and what kind of happens with that. And I'm just using an example, okay? When that happens in a body, you require healing, a lot of it. And if you don't get it, you start to have toxins in your body. And your body can produce cells that are negative. It brings down your immune system. And you do have a higher risk, okay? The people that want to get rid of those cancers need to start doing some spiritual healing. Not just herbal and eating natural and changing your diet. That's half of it. The other half is spiritual. Sound healing, Reiki healing, meditation, clearing, past life regression, all kinds of hypnosis healing. You need all that. You need it all. It's not just the diet and the natural. You need it all. You need the whole package. So anyways, I'm just talking about that. Twin flames, you're brought here to guide, as I just said, to put your hands on people, to heal them, to give them information, to be a spiritual warrior. Okay? And you are meant to come here and master yourself. You're meant to be that master of self. Because when you've overcome the hardships by being basically half of a person emotionally, okay, you're able to show the world what you can do with only half. You're able to show the world that suffers with cancer how to overcome that. You're able to show the world how to come out of a desperate, dire situation in their life and turn their life around. You're able to do that. And so anyways, that's part of it. We're meant to bring an energy on this planet to help you guys vibrate at a higher level of being, a higher level of understanding. It's a very special twin flame journey. The reason it's unique is because you're being forced basically with one hand behind your back and one foot to actually move forward in life and accomplish all the tasks that everyone else gets to accomplish with two hands, 2 feet. You're working twice as hard, but because you're doing that, you're showing other people that it's possible and what you can do inside yourself. So all the people that have 2 hands and 2 legs, just examples, those people can say, hey, that person that doesn't even have all of themselves did it. That person overcame. That person healed. That person is able to be a powerhouse. So can I. You're able to do that. You're able to be great healers. And you're able to be a power team. Anyways, so that's just part of the story. It's a lot more to it. I just want to jump into that for a second. There are other people that are not meant to be on a journey with another person at all. There is people that are meant to be single, period. Look at Mother Teresa. Look at Gandhi. Look at certain people that are not meant to be married. They're not meant to be in a relationship commitment. Okay? There are people that are just meant to be alone. Look at Nikola Tesla. great inventor. He didn't want to be married. You know, it's not that he didn't have desires. He just didn't want that. He wanted to fulfill his purpose for making a mark in the world and being a voice, being a leader, being a master. The ascended masters, most of them were single. So there are people that are born here to be nothing but spiritual. Not in a committed relationship, just a spiritual, single powerhouse. And there are some people that are meant for that. And a lot of them are psychics and mediums, to be honest. A lot of psychics and mediums don't have relationships. I don't know why, but a lot of them tend to be alone. Great witches, great magicians, great people tend to be alone. And it's not because they don't have the desire for love. They have more of a desire for soul purpose than love. Okay? And so there are some people that follow my channel that are on that journey. You're not even meant to be with anyone. You're just meant to ascend by yourself. And that's okay. There's not a lot of people like that, but there is some. Of course, there's some. So we're all on different journeys. Being spiritual doesn't automatically make you a twin. Doesn't automatically make you a guru or some soul person. Doesn't automatically make you a soulmate. It could be one or the other or a combination, you know, except twins are very different, you know. But I hope that was clear enough. I just wanted to give a little shout out to the people that were commenting and they had some, you know, concerns. Why am I not in union? This is not happening. I don't want to follow tarot anymore. I don't want to follow this channel. Everyone's lying. It's just false. Listen, the only one lying and the only one being false is you. You have a misunderstanding of what these channels represent. They are a showcase and a platform to show the world what spiritual divination looks like in the use of cards. Some people channel, okay? And they are literally on here on YouTube showing the world, look what kind of capabilities you have. Look what you can use at these tools. Look what the tools have. If you're following a sun sign, that's extremely basic. That's like, what do you like to eat? I like food. Really? Okay. That's nice. I like to eat food too. You know, it's basic. What kind of food do you like? I like American food. Okay, that's great. Not detailed at all. Is there a specific food you like? I like macaroni and cheese. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's the sun sign. We're getting somewhere. Extremely basic. Okay, this person likes American food. They like macaroni and cheese. Great. All right. That is a sun sign. If you're following tarot channels, watching a sun sign, it's just somebody's very plain Jane personality. It describes them, yes. Does it describe them specifically, precisely, to a T? No. There's a lot of things you'll notice in sun signs like, that doesn't quite fit me. That doesn't quite match me. That part of that version of what they describe a Cancer doesn't really fit me. Look at me, guys. I'm a Cancer, Sun, and Tropical. Do I fit insecurities? No. Do I fit shyness? No. Do I fit quietness? No. Do I fit that I'm not outgoing? No. All of those things I am not, but they are said about Cancers. Well, then you get to learn a little bit more detail. I'm actually a Gemini in Vedic. Oh, surprise! Maybe that's a little bit of the reason. Interesting. Interesting. So you get to learn there's a little bit more to yourself than what you think, okay? So you look at your sun sign in Tropical, you learn a little bit. Okay, that's just the basics, right? Tropical is the macaroni and cheese. Let's get into Vedic. What kind of macaroni and cheese do you like? I like traditional homemade macaroni and cheese with spiral noodles, creamy sauce, hot melted cheese, a little bit of bacon in there, and some, I don't know, scallions. I don't know what you like in there. And some breadcrumbs or whatever, you know. Wow, that sounds really good. That sounds really detailed. Spiral noodles with melted cheese and, you know, whatever. Yeah, I like 3 cheeses in there. Okay, cool. So now you know more detail about what they like in macaroni and cheese. Just examples, guys. That's going to be your Vedic. Your Vedic picks apart the sun sign because there's 3 versions of the sun sign. So like, okay, cool. Now I know more about what you like. Is there anything else you like? What really makes you think of home? Oh, wow. When I think of home, apple pie. That right there just brings me home. My grandma made the best apple pie. It had cinnamon and the sugar and this little hint of sweet and sour, and it was the crust was handmade, and it had flakes, and it was sugary sweet but also bitter. It was so perfect. I miss my grandma's cooking. See, that's the moon sign. Nostalgia, emotions, memories, feelings. Whenever someone thinks about somebody and it brings them home, that's your moon. So you got to follow your moon sign, right? What brings you back home? What makes you feel all warm inside? What makes you think of the past? What makes you feel good? That's your moon sign, and you're going to want to say, okay, you like apple pie? That's tropical. Vedic is what kind of apple pie do you like? Oh my gosh, I like Gala apples, and I like Granny Smith apples mixed in, and I like cinnamon with a little bit of nutmeg, and I like some sugar, and there's a special ingredient my grandma puts in there, and it's this sugar she gets from, I don't know, Romania, and it's got all these little things in there, and she even has a little mint at the top of the apple pie just to dress it up. She sprinkles a little powdered sugar on top. It's perfect. She just does these little things that make it special. Oh, okay, that's Vedic. You see what I'm saying? You dive in a little bit deeper with the Vedic, you get a little bit more personality, okay? Because there's the 3 nakshatras in every sign. You understand what I'm saying? The rising sign, you know, this is when you say, what kind of food do you like to cook? Because that's a rising sign. What do you want to showcase to the world? What do you do well that you want everyone to know you do well? Oh, well, okay. Well, I make the bomb enchiladas, okay? Just saying, not trying to brag, but I do, you know, and I want to showcase that. I want to make I make enchiladas with beef. I season the meat. I put a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onions. I put some sazon in there. I have, a little tomato sauce. I kind of mix that in. I put it into the corn tortillas. They have to be specific corn tortillas. I fry the corn tortillas lightly, brown them. I put the meat, then I put a lot of cheese inside there. I wrap it up. I pour my homemade red chili sauce on there. It has to be the Gebhardt chili. I put, sazon in there, a little bit of onions. I put, chicken broth, not water. So, everyone has their details. Remember, tropical is like, what do you like to cook? Enchiladas. Okay, thank you. That was a great representation. Vedic, I just told you. There's details in Vedic. You have to learn what you're following. Rising is what you're showcasing to the world. It may not be your favorite meal, but it's what you do best. Rising sign is something you do well. Everyone knows that rising sign about you. You know what? That person of mine, they're an awesome parent. They are like the best mom, dad in the world. That's the rising sign. Maybe they're a very strong Cancerian. Very strong. Very strong Leo or Cancerian. Best parents. Best parents. Maybe they're very intelligent. God, if I could say anything about my mom, super smart, super intelligent, very smart, excellent at spelling, writing, grammar, quick thinking, excellent, great at math. This person was just a straight A student. Oh, their rising sign. What is that? Aquarius? Virgo? Libra? Gemini? Oh yeah, they're the overachievers. Capricorn? Saggy? Yes. So you can see more details in the rising sign, how people portray themselves. Oh my gosh, that person is a go-getter. Success. That's like the Tony Robbins in our family. That person is wealthy, confident. They're very good at speaking to people. They're not shy. They can bring in a crowd. That person is amazing. Oh, they must be an Aquarius. They must be a Sagittarius. They could be an Aries or a Leo. Okay. As you noticed, I just said all the fire signs. Well, fire, high five. You are the crowd pleasers. And even Aquarius is the best friend in the world. An Aquarius is always open. If you say, oh, my person is very up on equality. My person wants equality. My person loves fairness. They value fairness. They value everyone's equal. They value civil rights. They fight for the young. They fight for the people that aren't going to fight for themselves. They stand up. They go after everybody for everyone else. They're always an altruistic person. That's an Aquarius for sure. Aquarius is very altruistic. Aquariuses have friends of all colors, of all cultures, of all ages. Aquarius can have a 90-year-old friend and a 20-year-old friend. An Aquarius can be in a relationship with someone 40 years older than them and be completely happy. Aquarius is very unique, very distinguished, very defined. The reason I'm talking about Aquarius is because someone was offended by what I said about Aquarius the other day. Aquarius is badass, awesome. Okay, they're the best friends in the zodiac, the best friends. You're going to want an aqua on your side because they're not going to judge you. They're not judgmental at all. They can come off a little harsh. That's because they're everybody's man. They're everybody's woman. They're everybody's person. They don't want to take sides. They want to just be with everyone. They want to get along with everyone, a lot like a Libra. You know, just kind of want to get along with everyone. They don't want to rock the boat. They want fairness. So anyways, yeah, you're going to notice those things. You know, and that woman that had the comment about the narcissist aqua traits I was talking about the other day, hello, you are Pisces in Vedic. How is that person from tropical changing in Vedic? Well, they're emotional, they're deep, they're spiritual, they're sensitive. Whenever they're offended, what do? They run. They swim away to the depths. What happened to that person that didn't like my aqua reading? She said, I'm clicking off this channel. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I don't want to follow tarot anymore. I don't like what you said. Typical Pisces. Went back into the depths, running away, swimming away from whatever was offended. They don't want any part of it. That's the Pisces Vedic in that person. Okay? So there is traits and qualities to everyone. I can't speak on every sign here, but I just want you to know that when you're on this journey, there is aspects that you need to look at. You can't just be basic. We can't just say, I like American food. We can't just say, I like mac and cheese. You need to talk about the details. So when you're watching tarot, please remember, when you're following the sun sign, that's just a basic representation of that person's path. When you're following the moon sign, that is how they see things emotionally, feel emotionally, and what they think about. What they think about and how they feel. That's what that reading is going to be about. Their thoughts and their feelings, not their actions. Okay? So if you're following someone's moon, you're not talking about actions at all. You're talking about feelings. If I throw out a sign, Aqua, Leo, and that's their moon, that's their feelings and thoughts, not their actions. Then, if you want to know what your person is acting on, what are they taking action with? Well, that's going to be their rising sign. You want to know who's taking what form of action? Follow their rising sign. You'll know what actions they're taking. Okay? So when you follow tarot, that is why tarot card readers spit out signs. It's not just saying, who's here, sun sign. Raise your hand, attendance. We got a Leo. We got an Aqua. No. What are you following those signs for? Do you have a Leo rising, Leo moon, Leo sun? What is it? Okay, now you, as a watcher, can interpret what you're watching. I am watching their emotions. I am watching their feelings. I am watching their soul path. Or I am watching their actions. Then you can kind of put the pieces together and see what's happening. Okay? The really good tarot card readers won't just spit out signs because the card is a specific sign. A good tarot card reader that has an intuition will tell you, I see Capricorn, Devil card, but I also feel, something else. I feel Gemini. I feel something else. There's something that will pop out to the reader that is more than just the classic definition of a sign representation on the card. Okay, so you need to look out for those things. Okay, I must have a pathetic rising sign. I never freaking act. I lost my love from inaction. Oh my goodness, what is that? Virgo, Libra, Taurus, inaction. Could be. Check your Vedic. Inaction. You guys heard my funny story about my mom buying shoes. She's a classic Virgo Taurus. I had to buy her the damn shoes. She wouldn't buy them. After hours of picking them out, she couldn't buy the shoes. We got to the counter. She had her shoes. She tried them all on. Couldn't make the decision. Couldn't make the answer. Said, you know what? It may not be the best choice. I'm going to go home and double check. I'm going to look online. I'm going to see if I can save $5 somewhere. I'm going to see if there's another shoe out there. You know what, Mom? You tried on the shoes. You liked them. You loved them. They're beautiful on you. Get them. Well, I can't decide. Okay, well, I'm going to decide for you. I bought the damn shoes. And guess what? Who's wearing the shoes? She is. And she looks great in them. And that's my Aries Saggy, making those decisions, taking action. So you're right. You have to look at how you take action. Okay, guys? So that is just my quick little rant. I wanted to come in and give you guys, I wanted to come in and give you guys some information about the comments that I read. I really intended to do a reading here on this channel, but it's stuck. It's a pain in the rear. But anyways, I'm going to get back in the next little segment here. I hope you see me on the other side. I'm clicking off of this live. Follow me. I'm only going to do a 15-minute reading because I already gave you guys one this morning. But I wanted to give one for your soul path. Your soul path, not a twin flame divine love journey. Because a lot of you guys were ready to walk off. And I told you this whole week, divine feminines, you're going to be wanting to walk off. It's just part of it. Check out my reading from what, 4 days ago? I said something about action. Because of your actions, they're moving. And so don't be surprised that by you not accepting crumbs and by you walking away, it's going to cause them to react in a way where they take action towards you now. That's just the name of the game. It's how it works. Especially if you're twin flames. You're switching energy a lot. Anyways, I'll see you on the other side. I love you guys.